Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video, and yes, I am here for the review. And no, I wasn't at the game, but I did manage to watch the full game. I won't say how, I just watched the full match, so that's why I'm doing the review on it. Of course I couldn't be there, I'm good that I couldn't be there, but in one respect, to be fair, it's probably a good thing that I saved my money on it, because let's be honest with you, yesterday, we went to Cardiff City away. We went, obviously, you know, listen, the Brother Faithful went to Cardiff away yesterday. And I know it took some fans 8 hours to get there, just alone to get there, and 8 hours to get home. So I take my hat off to every single Borough fan that went to Cardiff yesterday. I've done it 2 years ago. It's one hell of a journey. And I went 2 years ago, once get beat 1-0. Exact same performance happened then to what happened yesterday. Yesterday, for me, I watched the game of football, and it was hurting my eyes. It was. I don't understand what's going on yesterday with the formation. First of all, obviously the team comes out now before the kick-off does, and I had a look at the team sheet, and I see it's 5 at the back. Didn't like that very much. 3 across the midfield, and of course 2 up front, being Fletcher and Shambolic. Lads dropped out the team. Lewis Wing, for me, creative midfielder. He's been linking up so well with Paddy McNair and Adam Clayton. But he decides to bring in George Saville, who hasn't played a single game this season. I mean, fair play, listen, he's the manager. If he's impressed in training and he feels like this is the sort of game for George Saville, then fair enough. But did he really do much? Could Lewis Wing have done more? Possibly. I mean, I just look at the chemistry inside the midfield, and I think straight away, when you go to a tough place like Cardiff, you need your players there, all the chemistry and everything else. So why on earth are you going to drop one of the lads that's been starting week in and week out pretty much? Marvin Johnson, for me, he's such an attacking player, it's unreal. But when you're going to put him at left wing back, how on earth do you expect the guy to go from left wing back all the way up the pitch to the left wing, almost like pretty much the left wing position, to put the ball in the box? He hasn't got overcharged legs. He can't just turn on the afterburners every single run he goes on and try and beat 12 men and try and put the ball in, or 11 men, whatever. Do you know what I mean? You kind of catch what I'm trying to say. Yesterday, tactically, I don't know what's going on with the tactic. The whole 5 at the back situation just completely baffled my brain, because I was thinking to myself, we're already defending, so you're already playing to Neil Warnock's hands, where he knows for a fact that you're going to go there and defend, but he probably wants you to attack, maybe, because let's be real, at the back of their defence, they've got 2 massive, like 6'6" defenders, so there's no point putting the ball in the box. You're best off going 4-3-3 and just attacking them, or you can just literally go at them. But we didn't do that yesterday. We sat back, we just soaked up all the pressure, and to be fair, we could have lost the game 3 or 4-0. The chances that Cardiff had, the chances that we failed to really take because we didn't have many, if anything. I think in the first half we didn't even rack up a shot, which is just absolutely mind-blowing. 45 minutes of football and you can't get close to the opponent's goal to even have a shot on target, which for me it's simply not good enough. Of course, we went behind after 2 minutes. Ashley Fletcher, does he get the shout? No. Does anybody tell him that there's nobody behind him? No. He obviously goes to sort of clear out the ball, ends up putting it in the back of the net. 2 minutes in, we go 1-0 down. But then you expect a response. After you go the 1-0 down, you expect a response. At half time, I was expecting a change, but you know what I mean, 1-0 down. We haven't really had much chances, because like I said, I don't think we had a shot on target in the first half. So you go into the break at half time, you're expecting Woodgate to go, right, do you know what it is? Let's just change the formation completely. Let's go 4-3-3, let's attack them. 45 minutes, just try and bombard the goal. We don't do that. We come out the second half, exactly the same formation, exactly the same setup. They're at us all the time. They put the ball in the box, hit the bar for a header. They could have had 2 penalties within like the same 30-second sort of slot. Marvin Johnson pushed the man on the far side of the box, didn't get nothing. The guy then got tackled, got the ball back, put the ball across the box, and then the guy got pulled down on the back post. Could have been a penalty there. With all the chances that we did have, and what a chance it was, it fell to George Saville, and I put my house on him scoring it. The corner's come in right in front of the Borough Faithful from the left-hand side, and it's been nodded down to him, and he's just volleyed it over the top of the crossbar. If he puts his body, I know he's kind of falling at the time, but if he sort of put his body over it, he would have drilled it straight to the top corner, and it would have been 1-1, because trust me, the keeper was mounted, the keeper wasn't moving. It's a shame to have lost in the way we lost. I mean, I don't mind us losing if we're losing in the right sort of manner, but when we're going to a team like Cardiff that you know for a fact they're going to be tough, it's going to be tough to break down, and that you have to go there and something's got to give, and you don't give nothing really, because listen, you're playing defensive tactic. For me, just playing to the hands of Cardiff for Neil Warnock's tactics, that's all you're doing. And I did feel optimistic. I felt confident yesterday. I felt that if we went to the game like we did against Luton, you know, that opening day, like we did against Bristol City, when we actually took a game to the away side, we showed no fear. I felt confident that Borough would at least be able to get a point. But we just turned up yesterday, and I've never seen a performance like that in my life. It was by far the worst performance that I've watched this season. I'd probably say it's worse than Blackburn, and Blackburn was pretty awful. It's our fourth league defeat of the season. I'm not going to sit here now and say, oh, it's early days underneath Woodgate, because it's no longer early days. I said this before. We've nearly completed 2 months of the season already. I am not going to start referring to the season as early days anymore. We're past the early day stage. We are now well and truly into this season. 4 defeats so far, mid-table. I said I'd take mid-table, so I'm not even going to start banging about the league position. But what did infuriate me yesterday is that I look at the travelling fans that have paid the money down there. I look at the travel that they've put in. And when you stood in the stadium, because I've done it myself, whenever you've gone far distance, like Swansea away last year, when we got beat 3-1, and when you do the journey to a place that far away from home, and you have to stand there and literally watch Brexit football, the worst football you can possibly watch, the most boring, dull, nothing there, just dross. It hurts the Borough fan, it hurts any sort of supporter. People will know. So, yeah, listen, I felt sorry for the Borough faithful yesterday, but I can't take my hat off enough to him to say, well done for taking the travel down there yesterday. We all have our team, and to as many games that we can get to a season, we make sure that we get there. My next one should be Huddersfield away, and of course Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday. The Match Day vlog will return. I know they've been away for a little bit, but I have been literally busy with other things and other sort of stuff I've had to prioritise, unfortunately. Or that means it isn't even unfortunate, I just have to prioritise things. But like I say, I'll be at Sheffield Wednesday, Saturday. I'm hoping for a big sort of improvement, because if we play anything like we've done on Saturday, that's like relegation sort of football. I'm not being exaggerated when I say it. It was literally that bad yesterday, to the point where I wanted the game to be over in about 65 minutes, because there was nothing happening. We couldn't do a thing. And it's because, I believe it's because of our tactics. 5 at the back, sit there, defend. Why are you defending that heavily? Have a go. Have a go at the opposition. Just take the ball and try and attack. What's the worst you're going to happen? You're going to concede again, yeah, but then at least you've had a go. At least you actually tried to make them in. At least you tried to get back into the game. Instead of just defending and sending up your wing backs to try and run 70, 80 yards up the field to try and do something. And every single time you put the ball to the box, they've got like 6'6" defenders. They're just nodding it away. How tall's Brits are 6'6". Actually, Fletcher's got a bit of height in him, but these lads are 6'6", and that's before they even jump to get the ball. So, now for me, yesterday, worst performance I've seen in a long, long time. That may be very, very critical, but I have to be honest with you. I'm not going to lie and say, oh, do you know what it was? It wasn't that bad. It was all right, actually, because it wasn't. We created very little, and, you know, big improvements now, and hopefully we've seen yesterday, and hopefully we'll get the back new staff and everyone else says to themselves, you know what it is, we can't play like that again, we can't set up with 5 at the back again. If we do start with 5 at the back again, you've got to go more attacking, because yesterday we just defended, and unfortunately for us, we come out with nothing. Cardiff played well, I'm not going to lie to you. Cardiff had chances that maybe he's on another day they put away, and we come out of that game losing the game 4-0. Like I said, you know what I mean, they hit the bar. They had a chance in the first half, Pacuna, that went wide. You know, they could have had 2 penalties. They had a fair few chances that you know what I mean, that they didn't take, but we have to look past that now. Do you know what I mean? We have to look on to Saturday and Sheffield Wednesday at home and hopefully see an improvement. But for me, yesterday was truly terrible. So, yeah, Borough fans and football fans and Cardiff fans, that's how it goes. Do you know what I mean? 4th defeat of the season. And, yeah, just for me, utterly shambolic. And, yeah, simply no good. But like I say, to wrap up the video, if you have enjoyed, like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all my social medias, link inside the description. I post some more on Snapchat and Instagram. So if you want my Snapchat, comment down below, I'll give it to you. And if you want my Instagram, link inside the description. And I also go live on here, and I go live on my Facebook. Link all inside the description, people. Take care of yourselves, have a good weekend, or have a good Sunday. And yeah, see you very, very soon. Peace out.